Goridas Pandit is an associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was Subal in Krishna Lila, and he is in Shakya Ras. There's a lot of stories which you will hear tomorrow when we get to Shamananda Temple. There we will tell the story of a disciple of Goridas Pandit. But when Goridas Pandit came to Vrindavan, he stayed here in Tira Samira. Now what's happening in Vrindavan is that there's many devotees, and all the devotees try to improve Vrindavan a little bit. This is very beautiful every year. For example, this deity of Goridas Pandit is new. This little shrine is also new. That means every time the devotees make Vrindavan more beautiful, more beautiful. So that is Tira Samira. It belongs to one Baba. He is a very yogic Baba, and we have many friends who are his disciples. Actually, they have a few temples here, and also the temple of Radha Braja Mohan in Gyangodari is also belonging to them, to that organization. The Baba is not alive anymore. You will see him, his samadhi is here. But now here in this temple they sing 24 hours today. But because of Ramji, they put down the kirtan so that we can have our harikatha here. So very, very nice. And so that's the technical part. Otherwise, I think we continue, no?
Sí. Cuento el pasatiempo de Goridas Pandit. Cuento el pasatiempo de Goridas Pandit.
Sí?
So, as Guru Maharaj was saying, Goridas Pandit was a associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He lived in Ambika Kalna, in one area of Bengal. And Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, they went to visit Goridas Pandit. They crossed Ganga on a boat, and they took the ¿cómo se dice remo? The paddle, and bring it as a gift. Mahaprabhu gave to Goridas Pandit and said, with this paddle you will guide the whole world. And then Mahaprabhu stayed there for some time with Nityananda, and also Mahaprabhu wrote down their Srimad Bhagavatam. And you can, when you visit this temple, you can see the handwriting of Mahaprabhu, very nice. And in this place, Goridas Pandit was taking care of Gauranga and Nityananda very nice way. He was giving them food, taking them to rest, taking them to bath, so with so much love. And after a few days, then Mahaprabhu said to Goridas, "Oh dear Goridas, thank you very much. We are very happy to have your association, but now please give us permission to go." And then Goridas Pandit said, "No, you cannot go." And he said, "Okay, then we are staying some more days." They stayed some more days, and after they said again, "Oh please Goridas, let us go." And he said, no, you cannot go. You have to stay with me. Then Goridas, then Gauranga Nityananda, from their own bodies, they manifested some deity, means other Gornitai. And then they say, "Look, Goridas, they are same as us. Let us go, they will stay with you." And then Goridas said, "If they are same that you, then let them go and you stay." Then Goridas was thinking, and then Gornitai and Nityananda stayed for some days, and now Goridas was taking care of two Mahaprabhu, two Nityananda, and then taking them, giving them food, taking them to rest, taking them to take a bath, everything he was doing for four of them. Now increased the work. But Um, okay, thank you. And then um, it was at that point that Gauridas could not recognize who is real Mahaprabhu and who is real. He cannot understand anymore. Then, after a few days, again they came and said, "Please let us go." Then he was confused. He could not say which one is which one. So he said, "Okay, you go and you go." So some devotees say real Gornitai were gone, and other one said no, real Gornitai stayed. So the devotees were doing every year some festival for the appearance of the deities. And then the Gauri Das had one disciple called Chaitanya Das. First his name was Chaitanya Das, and then Chaitanya Das has the seva to cook and decorate the temple, and Gauri Das had the service to invite the different devotees from all the different towns around. But the time of the festival was coming. At that time was not railway, was not car, was not phone. They had to walk to all the other villages to invite the people. And Gauridas was gone for a pilgrimage and have not come, and the time for the festival is coming soon. So Chaitanya Das thought, okay, I will do the seva in the morning, and in the afternoon I will go to invite the devotees to come. So he was doing that for a few days, and one day Gauridas arrived, and Chaitanya Das was not there. Then he said, "Why? Where did you go? Why you were not here on time?" And he said, "No, actually, Gurudev, because you were not here, I was inviting the devotees from other villages to come." And they said, "Oh, this is not very good. You are taking my seva. You think you are better than your guru. You better get out of here." And then Gauridas was doing the festival himself, cooking himself, and when the devotees started to arrive, then he used to ask, "Who invited you? Myself or Gauridas? Oh, sorry, myself or Chaitanya Das?"
Later you finish the story. The other huge group is coming here. So you better take the darshan of the deity now, because then there will not be no space to be in there.
Okay.
So you have a second part of the story coming.
Part 2 coming.
To be continued.